what's going on, YouTube? This is Morbid here. Decided to make a video today. Try to keep it short, but it's probably not going to because I'm going to rant a little bit. Um, and the rant is going to be about the subject matter of this guy right here. The Mortal Kombat 30th Anniversary Arcade 1-Up. And the reason for this video is before I got this machine, I saw pictures of it, all that, and instantly fell in love with it, right? And some people may be like, "Well, why?" Well, I'm sort of an MK nut. I love my Mortal Kombat. It's I'm just always been into Mortal Kombat since being a kid. It's kind of my thing. Um, so when I saw this cabinet, I absolutely went head over heels for it. But of course, there's always negativity surrounding almost anything these days. And the very first thing when you're trying to look up anything about this cabinet is people complaining about the monitor. And I just want to say, what's wrong with this monitor? I'm sitting on the stool, looking straight at it. Sure, it looks great. It looks great from this angle. People are going to say, right here's the problem. So it washes out a little bit. And I agree, it does. It washes out a little bit. But where's the problem? What's the problem in that? How many people do you have surrounding your machines in your game room? Do you have a full-on arcade? Do you have an open door policy? Can the entire neighborhood just walk in when they want? Who's going to be playing this game from this angle? And even so, look, it's still viewable. It's just a little washed out. I do not think it's as bad as people are making it out to be or have made it out to be. It's kind of probably a dead issue now, but I just wanted to put my stamp on this thing because when I was doing my research, I went back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Should I, shouldn't I? Should I, shouldn't I? Should I, shouldn't I? And, my Mortal Kombat love said, get it, screw it. Because everybody's replacing the monitor, right? So if it's really that bad, hey, I can just do that. It doesn't need replaced, people. There's nothing wrong with this thing. It looks great. It's fantastic. And the angle you're going to be playing, which is straight on, or if you're one of those guys that like to play on the two-player side, it looks good. I don't get it. I really don't. Could it have been better? Maybe. But what's the point? It's playable. It looks good. It's got good color. It's vibrant. The other thing that a lot of people were butthurt about was no Johnny Cage. That's easily available online for you to do, people. And it's not expensive. And then you get oh, well, he should have been on there. The original had it on there. Why is he not on there? Arcade 1-Up's just lazy. They're cheap. Well, if you've done your homework, there's a licensing issue with that. There's a whole lawsuit and all that behind it. But when this thing was released and the Johnny Cage issue came up, that was laughable to me. And the main reason it's laughable is because it was 2022 when that thing was released. Go back and play Mortal Kombat 3 from 1995. Pick Liu Kang. Look his fatality up where he drops MK1 arcade machine on you. Just do that. Tell me if you see Johnny Cage on that arcade machine. You should know, if you know anything about Mortal Kombat, Johnny Cage was not going to be on this machine. He was not going to be on there. But yet people wanted to bitch, complain, make a war out of something that matters nothing. And so what you do is you create negativity towards something that is so good, and it causes people to miss out. I'm glad I didn't listen. I'm glad I found the few videos that I did of people actually praising this thing. You know, I love the OG stuff. So yeah, I wanted this stuff too. I wanted the Midway uh, logos on there, you know, on the side and at the top. And I wanted Johnny Cage on there. And so what I do, I went and bought them and put them on there. I mean, I got this machine on sale anyway. And yeah, I hated that it came with these, all the buttons were yellow. Fortunately for me, I had some extra white buttons. I threw them in there before I even assembled the machine. Took 5 minutes. I get it. Not everybody has those buttons just laying around, but they're readily available and they're not expensive. You know, that's the point of these things. These, you know, no, I can't imagine anyone who is in this hobby that's going to buy these things and not mess with them a little bit, not do their own thing with them, right? You know, the only real mod I did to this machine here is I put the Logitech speakers in it, and that's just because I wanted bass to it. Same for Killer Instinct. I put the system in it too. You know, Killer Instinct's praised, but the only thing that people complain about it is the washed out marquee. And honestly, I didn't think the marquee looked that bad until I've got Chris Sabo's, or not Chris Sabo's, but Sabo Arcade. Sorry, I was thinking baseball there for a second. But yeah, once I got his marquee and slapped it on, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that's a difference. But you know, people didn't complain that Killer Instinct came with black bat tops when the original arcade had blue. Another thing I just had laying out there in my arcade stash, so I changed them out. And if you don't have them, what are these? $10 shipped, if that. You know, I lit the coin doors. Like, this is little things that you do to make them yours. Put your little stamp on, and it makes you happy. But instead, people want to sit around and complain. A good example with why I don't understand it is this machine right here, Final Fight. I've seen people praise this machine. It has the most diverse types of games on it. You know, it's not all one genre type of game. You know, you've got a different selection of different types of games, and it's good. And I do love the Final Fight machine. And if you see it pop up on Facebook or any kind of place where you can buy things, marketplace type things, it's sold. When it's on there, it's not on there for long. But guess what? That monitor's pretty bad too. How old is this thing? Is it a Gen 1? Gen 2? It washes out. Same for Pac-Man. See it getting brighter? Final Fight's washed out from the side, but guess what? You're not going to be playing from over here. You're not standing over here with your ass sideways playing these games. So I don't get the complaining. You know, unless you just have a hate towards MK, hey, that's fine too. Not everybody likes it. But I just wanted to put this video out for anybody in the future looking to pick this thing up. I have no issues with it. I don't have no issues with the gameplay. The online works good. Does it need some aesthetics? Absolutely. In my opinion, it does. But that's just me. I'm just a purist like that. And that's something that I wanted. But you don't need it. You don't need it. But if you want this machine, I say go for it. And the last time I checked, I think it's on sale right now, actually, unless they've taken it off. But it was on sale almost all the way through Christmas and a little bit after. That's going to be it for me. I waited a while. I waited a while to make this video because I'm like, I'm gonna take time with the machine. I'm gonna play the piss out of all the games on it. I'm gonna do my mods to it, if you want to call them mods, upgrades, whatever they are. I'm gonna enjoy it, and if I still feel like making a video, I will. If not, oh well. I know there's more things going on in the Arcade 1-Up community right now that people want to, drag out, but they're games at the end of the day, people. Enjoy them. Enjoy them while you can, you know? All right, this is me signing off saying, grab this machine if you want it. It's worth it. Don't let the monitor haters talk you out of it. It is absolutely not as bad as people say. Later.